This is Michael. He just hired us to do his logo for his Web3 startup. We'll do all the work. You'll do all the dancing. Visit levistondesigns.com for more.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Mage Chris here, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna dive into shapes and the face. So let's get right into it. This is what we're gonna be working on. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Chris here, back with another art video for you all. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about shape. Just a quick video on shapes. You know, we've all dealt with shapes before. We've all learned about our shapes when we're in, I don't know, kindergarten, middle school, whatever the case may be, right? Elementary school, actually. So, you know, we have the circle. So let me position myself so I can feel comfortable here. The microphone a little closer to me. So we all had the, we learned about the circle. You know, we have the cylinder, right? Which is pretty much two circles like this, and then two lines. The triangle, square, even sides. We got the rectangle. And then, you know, you get the gist. This goes on and on and on. These are just the basic, 5 shapes. There's so many different shapes. Don't know the name for every single one of them. But let me clear the page here. And let's go on to why the circle is very important. As a matter of fact, let me actually undo that and just blank it out that way. I can go back to that layer. So the circle. What is the circle really good for, right, when drawing your characters? Well, it's the obvious, is the face. The face, the actual head, is run down with the bases. Oh yeah, in the oval too. Ovals are another good shape as well. But the circle, just like a circle like this. Don't have to be perfect. But when we draw a line here and stop it midway, we'll make a line right here. Establish the line here. Remember, this is our like basic line of action type of thing going on. So we have this circle. We have like an overextended line that's passing the circle by just a little bit. This will be our chin. So right then in here, we have the circle. Circle by itself doesn't really seems like much, but when we incorporate other drawing techniques to the circle, it helps us draw the head, right? So one, the circle is used a lot when drawing the head. You don't have to start with ovals all the way, right? You can actually turn the circle to sort of like an oval. So for example, let's say I start at the chin, and then I go up like this, and then connect. Do the same thing on the other side. Chin, and then connect. You now have something that looks like a head. See? So, however, there's even more things you can do to this circle. So we have this, right? We can create the basis for the hair on top of the circle's line. We can establish where the nose will be, right? So if we go here, we can see that the nose is going to be right there. We can also take a look to see where the ears would be located, which would be around in this area where it touches the side of the circle. The eyes as well. Eyes is all depending on what you want to do to it. I always like to start with the hair first to get a good sense of where everything should be. So if I wanted to start with the hair, right? So I have some hairstyles on the side here. Uh, men's hairstyles, women's hairstyles. Just for references, we got all these different types of hairstyles here. Let's choose one. Let's see. I thought I turned my snooze on. I'm not sure what that was about. I do like this one. There's so many different hairstyles we could choose from. I kind of like that one too as well. So let me go ahead and get back to shapes for you all. All right, minimize the screen here. Sorry, I have like multiple screens everywhere. I kind of found a nice, decent hair style. Let's go like this. I like let's go with something like this. So here's how it's gonna go, right? We always start with shape. You know, let's say we started with the hair, right? Um, what I do is I kind of think about a silhouette of whatever I'm trying to draw. Just do the basic shape of whatever you're seeing. So for the hair, right? For this person, I would think about doing like the basic shape of it. Don't go completely detailed with it. Just do shape. So if I were to click this, yeah, I'm not sure. I hate Google used to do it where you can click the image and it'll blow up that specific image, but it seems that it doesn't do that anymore. It sends you to the actual link, and then you have to find what you need. So I'm gonna put this here, and I am going to sit this here. All right. So wish I was a little bit more prepared for this video, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. Minimize this just a little bit. Okay. So the basic shape. So we have this circle. So what we want to do is we just go with the circle, right? Just go with it. And you're just doing those basic shapes, look like triangles, some sort. Mm -mm. Go on the other end here. Okay. Now remember, we still have this circle, this shape still here. So, you know, we can still visualize the circle and where it is in the entire image. We have the chin still here, the jawline, right? That is going off of this circle. And then it goes all the way down to the chin area. Now, we got the hair in. What else we can do with this? Well, we can also try to use the circle to your advantage, right? This is what I like to do. I always try to ask the circle for help. Just like how I started with the circle, I did the line and then did the chin based off of the height and with the circle. Brought the jawline and everything to connect to the circle. Did the hair, still use the circle to how I want the hair to be at the top. And we're going to do the nose. And the nose is right around this area. It could be either, you can do whatever you want. But if you're just if you really want the circle for help with anything, the circle got your back. So here, is the nose area. And again, we are asking the circle for help. And the circle has given us help of where things should be. And then we can go ahead and we can add like the rest of the nose here, where it's going to be off. Just an indication of a nose, right? Now we have like the mouth, right? So here, we don't have much help with the circle when it comes to the mouth, but that's why we did this line right here, this line of action to really help out. And then we have the lips, which bounces off of that circle line. See, so we got the hair we wanted, we got everything we need. We wanted with the hair. We could just do away with this, what you call it, reference, and go to something else, right? We can go to like the neck next and everything, which is the next shape, which is you guessed it, the cylinder. The cylinder is another shape we discussed at the very beginning of this video, and this will help us with the neck. Cylinder can be used, it can help us with many things on the body, including the arms, the legs, even the torso at times too. Ovals, the ear. And we also have ovals for the eyes and everything like that. Okay, so let me redo the mess that I made here. And we're going to delete all of that stuff that was at the top. So we have the oval. And then it goes down like this. And like that. All right. I do like her beads right here. I do like little beads right here. Indication of beads, whatever. Now, once we got the hair in, we got, we get the basis of what everything we need. Again, with the ears, I like my ears pretty beefy at times, but for a character like this, I try to not go too crazy with the ears because it is more like a younger adult character. Now, we're trying to line up the ear to the other side. Just draw an imaginary line as straight as you can across from the first ear to the other side, and then go ahead and do the next side here. Try to study how you're doing the other side. I know this is digital illustration. You could pretty much mirror the other side of the illustration, but you can do it. But for me personally, it's just faster just to draw the other side. It's just easier, less thinking and time consuming, and having to do edits here and there where we're drawing. So yeah, so that's that. And just by looking at this, we have based everything off of that one circle we made. See, But this all comes from knowing how to draw like the face, um, how the neck should be, the where that symbolized muscle is, where this is uh, not scientifical anatomy course. Uh, Shoulders. What do the shoulders look like to you? What do you think it could be? Circle. A circle that I'm aware of. We don't have to fully draw it out, right? But we get that sense of it's a circle. What's cool about drawing the face, we can literally like delete the the jaw and just extend it just a little bit more. Now with the eyes, before I start with the eyes, I actually do the eyebrows first. The reason why, because the eyebrows, it kind of limits where how high the eye will be. You can see all these different characters here. Well, not characters, but people here. The eyebrows, the eye never extends above the eyebrow. If that happens, that person is not human, some sort of alien, or they have some type of facial defect. But doing the eyebrows first is kind of like what I like to do. And you could do it based on how you level your eyebrows. It'll tell you if the character is gonna have a huge forehead, not so huge forehead, things of that sort. So let's say I start the eyebrows like right where this line is, right where the ears kind of end at the top. I'm gonna show you something too. I see like eyebrows like super close together like this. That's cool, right? You can do whatever you want. But if this is not what you're intending to do, and you're not working around how you're gonna fix that, it's gonna look kind of weird. So what I do is I always, just imagine putting your index finger in between your eyebrows and try to do the same thing. Try to imagine doing that to this character. So if we break this off just a little bit more, it looks more normal, and then end it as soon as that. Try to end it right where try to imagine where the nose will be kind of. Right. Eyebrows are very unique. They have their own style, their own thickness. I'm going to make hers thick. See, so her eyebrows are pretty thick. And then if you wanted to, you could add like little shapes, shapes like that, little thin type of shapes. And now that we have the eyebrows in place, then we can go on to the eyes. Now, what I like to do, the shape that I like to use for the eyes, I like to use the square. You wonder, square? What? She's gonna have huge eyes? No, because we're gonna break that down. We're gonna keep breaking it down just to get a good sense of the distance between everything, between here and here. Now, before I even do that, I work from top to bottom. So The top is the eyebrows. The next step will be like those lids, those eyelids. And the eyelids, it's very special to draw. Um, they give out a lot on how your character is gonna look. Remember, this isn't the eye yet. These are the eyelids. Then I do something like this. Then you start with the oval, with a not an oval, but sort of like a now the slantier the eyes are, to me, slantier the eyes are, the more feminine it looks. That's just my belief in it. You could believe in everyone you want. But as we get close to the edge of where the square is, we're gonna make the eyelids, the eyelashes, a little thicker. So remember, I still haven't even started on with the eyes yet. I'm just doing the eyelashes now because I'm working. I like to add details into the eyes as much as possible. Let me zoom in here. And it's okay to zoom in. Definitely zoom in if you need to. Now that we got that, so here's the reason why I started with that square, because the eye's length, right? You're getting that. You're getting the distance, the width of where the eyes and the oval will be. Now here I again work from top to bottom. So what's the next thing? We have the pupils. Some people like to do the next, the bottom of the eyelid, which is cool. You can do that. Um and you can actually, so I'll just do this, right? Do this for you. It's an oval, simple oval. You can do that. And then do the eyelids next. Um so it's the eyelid here. I mean the pupil. Sorry about that. Then the other one. Right. But what I like about the eyes is there's so many ways on doing the eyes. You can do it like this at the people here, the people there. Boom, boom, add that shine in there. Connect it. Maybe add like the little indicator lines underneath, and then you have like a good eye, whatever, like that. You can do that too. But what I find is cool, depending on the nature of the character, because I'm starting to feel the nature of this character a little bit more. What if we made the eyelids a little smaller, right? So if we came down the pupil, right, and made something just a little smaller. Gives also different energy, doesn't it? This is why I like to start off with the actual eye first, not the bottom of the eye, because let's say we change the eye like this, maybe you want to change the entire shape of it. All of this space right here makes the character look cartoony. Doesn't look bad, right? But it makes the character look, maybe you just want to change. Maybe you just want to change it. Maybe you want to something like this. All right. And then do the same thing on the other side here. Probably wondering what did I just draw right there? So this is like the thing that's like really deep in your eye. So I'll show you again right here. So this is the regular eye, but then you have that little piece right there in the eye. Just something extra, right? Just some extra stuff. Now, if you want, now that you have the bottom of the eyelid part established, there's many things you can do. Now you can go ahead, you can add, I'm gonna start a new layer because we might play around with this. We can add bags under the eyes we wanted to. All right, we can add bags to the eyes. We could just make an extra line like this, and then little triangles like eyelashes, pretty much. There's so many different things you can do. Now, um, you know, the video started out as shape, but then as we got deeper into shapes, we started doing a lot of other things. So I'll probably just name this like shape and head or face or whatever like that. Uh, let's go back to the initial drawing here, right? This one, once we get the face pretty much filled up, we can start cleaning up our illustration here. So we can start doing all the cleanup work. And when cleaning things up, you get a better feel and sense of how the character looks, and you get to spot out other mistakes if you do have any here. Well, see, look, you know, the cleanup. I like doing the cleanup at the end. So yeah, this is your head with some basic shapes. Now we have the circles here. You know, we didn't do the shoulders or anything. Let's go ahead and let's do that right now. So um go back to initial illustration. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and take this reference out so that way I can blow the rest of the screen up for you all. And put this here. Boom. That way you all can get everything. All right. All right. So the shoulders, you see we haven't completed the eyes because, you know, we can always go back and do that later on. It's nothing. Same with the ears. We didn't add any details in the ears yet because we can always go back and do that later on. How the distance, right? The distance between, you know, but the distance from one shoulder to the other, how they extend. This determines how wide the character's body is going to be or look at the top. All right. So we did the circle. We did the circle that shows the shoulders and everything. But there's another way that I'm used to doing that actually helps. And that is Let me show you all. I'm erasing the circles here. Like, oh no, you're erasing the shoulders. Yeah. It is sort of like creating a bust for the character, right? Turn this to a triangle, to an upside down triangle. Now, with this, you can come up, okay, this comes up with some good clothing. What type of clothes she's probably gonna wear, where the shoulders gonna start, where the clothes is gonna hang off the shoulders, all of that. This is why using shape is very important in your designs, because shapes can very well help your brain come up with nice ideas on how things should be. Just from this circle alone that was in the head, we came up with all of this different stuff just from the circle. Now, we come to this, right? We have this straight upside down triangle. That's cool. But I am a little different. I just don't do a straight upside down circle. I do something like this, like a curved. It's curved. I'm a little extra. Now we can go into, just having that curve. He's like, oh man, now what, you can come up with other clothing for the character, the person, the design, whatever it is, right? What Now we can start with the shoulder. So with the shoulder area, something like this, we could do the circles. We could do all that, right? And then come up with how the shoulders should look. Now, I will just go over it. Shape right here. Boom, and then stop it. Go over the top. Sort of like a box in the sides, and then stop it. Because we don't know what this character could have, what type of clothes she could have. She could have anything, right? So if we actually did something like this, and then did the other side like this, you know, maybe she got like some type of sleeves that that starts at the bottom of the shoulder or something like that. Maybe she has some type of clothing. What type of clothing she had, we don't know. This is where I would usually stop my busts, including the clothes. You know, maybe I can shorten this up and then do something like this. Right? Maybe, maybe you don't even have to do this. Right? Just stop it just like this until maybe your client or whoever it is comes back with some designs. This will all come to how you want to design a character. So let's say, all right, I got a design, right? And we're going to create some clothes for this character. So what I'm doing now is I'm looking at my other screen, and I am looking at different clothes, different bust close. So what I like the beads, but I saw something on Google just now. Could probably add to this character. I like the I like this. It's like a neck. I don't know these terms, you know. I don't I don't know these terms, but it's sort of like a neck thing. And then because it's more like a solid object, we gotta take away that extra neckline right there. Also, it could be like a tight object on neck. We can signify that. Then we get into this space. There's a lot we can do, right? Let's make it looser for her. Let's give her like slightly looser clothes or whatever. Like right here. Then we cut that off because that's gonna be more clothes for her. We already have the shoulder area as we're working along. We got that shoulder muscle here, like that bone area. Then if you want, you can do that. Kind of go up like that. If you wanted to, you could delete it. You can make it short. You can add that in there. Whatever the case may be. So yeah, this is pretty much it. I mean, you can add more. You can go in. Now this is me just doing everything and just add more stuff in here if I wanted to. Maybe you want to extend the eyelids a little bit more. Maybe you want to add a circle like that. Then if you want, you can add more to the hair. And then this is when you can do is, okay, now I got the basic shape of the hair and everything. I can actually go ahead and start adding in hair. If I wanted to. Like the edges. I'll start at the edges first. And then work my way in. Then delete anything that looks too geometric. Boom. All right. Maybe you want to add hair behind the character. You can do that. I'm a shadow guy. I like to draw shadows a lot. Didn't used to like it when I was younger. But let's say we want to imagine where the sun is, where the light is. Let's not make the light source too crazy. I'm gonna do all black and all black brush or pen. add the size here. It's just all just pitch black. Because why not? All right, then I'll go ahead and just finish the edges with the pencil again, just to maintain the frame of the illustration without it looking like it's been cut with a scissor. And slowly lead out to the rest of the illustration. And then you pretty much can apply that same technique here. However, I'm using pencil for this other one, or where the neck thing is. Don't complete it too much, right? We wanna make it where it's kind of touching the skin, so there's really no shadow there. Hair too has those shadow areas too. I don't want to drag this video out too much, so I'm just going to end it here. But you get the gist. It's shape, 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 shape. And you saw we did that. There's many. I wish I could have did more shape, like as far as like all the different shapes. But we pretty much went through all of them for this illustration. So yeah, I hope you all had a good one. This was quite of a messy video, but this is shape and face. Yeah, face. So I wanted to knock two birds out with one stone for this one. Video, it was just about shape. It could have, I was gonna make it pretty short, but I wanted to at least add something in. Make a longer video for you all. Oh yeah. Another thing I do, where this the bone area is, I do this. No, I just do that. All right. So yeah, I hope you all have a good one, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.